This is London calling in the overseas service of the British Broadcasting Corporation.
I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
The pocket battleship Graf Spee, which has been for many weeks preying upon the trade of the South Atlantic, and met her doom.
Mother dear, I'm writing you from somewhere in France, hoping this finds you well.
We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall never surrender.
Hang up the washing on the Siegfried line, 'cause the washing day is here. Whether the weather may be where or fine, we'll just love along.
Das Oberkommando der Wehrmacht gibt bekannt. Ein im Atlantik operierender deutscher Flottenverband unter Führung des Flottenchefs Admiral Lütjen im Seegebiet um Island auf schwere englische Seestreitkräfte. Das Schlachtschiff Bismarck hat hierbei einen englischen Schlachtkreuzer, wahrscheinlich Hood, vernichtet.
The sinking of the Bismarck was due to the cooperation of the RAF with the Navy. And Rodney, which did some pretty work with her 16-inch guns.
Ah, this is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end. But it is perhaps the end of the beginning. But the Japanese High Command had declared that a state of war existed with Great Britain and the United States.
The German Navy, so proudly built up by that smug strategical genius, the Führer, is slowly but surely being wiped out. Now the Scharnhorst, the 26,000-ton battleship, has gone to the bottom, a not unusual result of action against the Royal Navy.
Led by a powerful British escort, the main body of the surrendered Italian fleet is transferred from Malta to Alexandria.
Signed the act of unconditional surrender of all German land, sea, and air forces in Europe to the Allied Expeditionary Force.
Back across the China Sea for the last large-scale surrender at Hong Kong, where today warships of the Royal Navy ride at anchor in the harbor.
Well, hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gallagher Major, and this is the usual Friday evening time stream here in the UK. However, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night wherever you are in the world. Although potentially it could be a good night stream at this late time. Now we are streaming at the slightly later slot. The reason being is the wife is now going to be home for the next month before she transfers into her new job. So that does mean that I will be streaming slightly later on Fridays, probably this time or the next slot potentially, in which just because she's going to be home, so basically I can't really stream until she's basically called it a night, really. So we're going to be streaming slightly later for the next couple of Fridays. So obviously we're going to aim for a 2-hour slot. We might push it to 3 hours depending how things go, but to start off the stream we will have a go in the Bellerophon, who I have been enjoying for the purpose of reviewing the other day. Well, if you are about, feel free to give it a thumbs up. It obviously helps with improving the... well, not improving, but what do I mean to say? I mean to say something along the lines. It obviously helps promote the live stream, I guess you could say. That's what I mean to say. That's what I mean to say. Good evening, Stumpy. Slightly poorly. Oh, I hope you're doing all right, sir. Hope all's well. Oh, at least hope you get well soon. That's what I really mean to say. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at a tier 4 and 3 game. We have an Okachava Podovsky division, a Kirov Montecuccoli, Emerald, Wyoming, Pietroveliki, and a Langley. So usually I would start a live stream with a destroyer game, usually a British destroyer, simply for the purpose of playing something I'm quite familiar with. But I thought, well, Bellerophon, she's a nice bit of fun, so we'll see if we can take out what I'm calling the tier 3 British battle cruiser, although she really is officially a dreadnought. But they made her a little bit speedier, shall you say. Let's see where people go. So I hope everyone's had a good week. It's been certainly a long week for myself, and another packed week with producing videos and content along those lines. So I have been looking forward to taking a nice bit of a relaxed stream. Exeter, please. No, I'm much obliged. I'll see what I can do. Hoping our DD can get eyes on. Problem is the enemy has eyes on before we do. Okachov. Getting some hits for that dispersion. We also have the Podovsky, but the Podovsky has those 4-kilometer torpedoes, I think. Oh, actually, Podovsky's tier 4. No, Podovsky will have those short-range torpedoes. It's the Okachov, which I should really prioritise when it comes to this engagement. Never shoots beard. There's the Podovsky getting nice and close. Secondaries are opening up. Now the secondaries are only 4-inch guns. Right. There's the Podovsky. She's most certainly turning out to try and drop torps. So we're going to try and use our acceleration to flex on her. Oh, there we go. Now, we do have target acquisition module, which would basically mean we have guaranteed range of acquisition of 3 kilometers. So, we are going to close in and see if we can pick up this Podovsky using our target acquisition module. We don't need to.
Our team has taken the lead.
Switching to AP, but where is the Wyoming going to turn up? No, she's turned up on that side. I don't think she was expecting me. going to try and turn away from her before she brings turrets to bear.
Fire!
Thank God for fully packed, which entitles us to about 5 repair parties. She's not looking at us, so we will take advantage of this, I think.
Our team has taken the lead.
Gotta slow it down. Oh boy, the chat just went nuts. Stumpy says, Miss Stumpy says it's only man flu. Tell her she's being cruel. David Knight, good evening, good evening. Sean Whitland as well, hello, hello, good to see you.
Problem solved, sir.
I do apologise if I pronounce this wrong. Is it Swelder? Swelder, I believe. Did you buy or win the Bellerophon? Or Bellerophon, I should say. I bought her. The reason being, it was like I did a first look live stream on the first day the patch dropped, and so there was no way I was guaranteed to get the Bellerophon there and then. And she is a British ship, and I was like, I'm buying it. I don't care. I'm just going to buy it. Obviously, if you get 5 stars in the Halloween Saving Transylvania, which is going on for the rest of this week, if you haven't done it yet, then you will be able to get the Bellerophon for free. If not, if you complete these riding Pegasus or something Pegasus challenge, then that will give you a discount on the Bellerophon, knocking it down to about 2,750 doubloons, I believe. Stumpy, by the way, I did like the Bellerophon review. Very nice. You got her going faster than Hood. No. So I checked it after I did the review. Bellerophon's doing 28.7 knot, 28.4 knots, and I think my Hood does 28. Oh no! I think does Hood go faster? Hood goes 38 knots, so she's 10 knots slower than the Hood. But even then, down at tier 3, that's pretty good. Jeff. Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Swalder. So I got 4 stars first game, and then fair enough. I've been able to do quite a few 5-star games. I think I got very lucky last week when I was actually just streaming. I was playing with a load of randoms, and I got another 5-star game. So I've been doing all right. Jeff, yeah. Look, 2 times through Halloween event to get the Bellerophon. No, fair enough. Naval History Hub, good evening. Jeff likes the Bellerophon. Good choice. How fast is your Bellerophon? I can't really engage the Emerald. Oh, I might be able to engage the Langley. Just gotta wait for the other turrets to catch up.
Nice work. Good game, everyone.
You really gonna torpedo me on nose on? An interesting choice.
That's how it's done. Torpedoes direct front. All stations, protect that target.
Torpedoing me from the rear, I see. Should be able to kick the rudder around those. There we go, very nice. Emerald, Wyoming, okay. Oh, Citadel with HE. Now the Citadel on the Langley is more towards the rear. Jeff, not 28 knots. Looks like the second part of the Halloween event is using tier 7 ships. That's a big jump from tier 2 in the first part. Yeah, I guess you are right there, but it's still going to be a PvE environment, and the ships are going to be probably heavily modified. Is that? Oh, the Wyoming's using HE. Now that's still going to really hurt the Bellerophon because she just doesn't necessarily have the armor resistance. It looks like the torpedo aircraft are coming after me again.
Problem solved, sir.
Okay. Again, that HE from the Wyoming really smacking hard.
All stations retreat.
Let's see what we can do here. Montecuccoli. Oh, good afternoon, Andy Mac. Good afternoon.
In 5 minutes.
Swelder, should Belfast get torps? Only if she's remodeled to her like pre-Cold War refit. So what we've got in the game is obviously we've got Belfast in like a 1950s Korean conflict refit where obviously torpedoes were removed, things like that. So if they ever did do like a Belfast with torpedoes, it's almost just going to be a premium Edinburgh, unless they did like do what they did with the actual Territory Belfast and strip her of a lot of her actual armour scheme and things like that. But I think obviously the Belfast not having torpedoes, that being a little bit of a weakness, is actually kind, because then it stops it being a little bit too strong, I should say. Now, History Hub, I dislike the Bellerophon. It does nothing well. It's nice for historical aspects though. I've been enjoying her as that speed build ship, I guess you could say. It has obviously made it something slightly different down at tier 3, which I quite like. Stumpy did request the Exeter at the start of the stream, so we will obviously set up the Exeter in the background and launch that. No, we don't need credits, so off she goes. No, his trouble is the 07. The 07 is a salute with the as Stumpy says. Right, my saluting days are over. we do have. I can't remember who coined it. I think someone coined the Brody, the lucky Brody. So we do have that to the side. Should we need the luck later in the stream? And as I've had quite a long week, I've been looking forward to relaxing. So there is no Bovril, there is no tea, there's only red wine on the side tonight. Good evening, Admiral Criv. Good evening. Good to see you. I will get back to you. It's just been a very long day. And, wow. The evening's been consisted of cooking the evening meal and keeping the wife happy, I guess you could say, and setting up the stream and doing a couple of warm-up games. So I haven't had much time this evening, really, to sit down. Nelson, North Carolina. That's quite intriguing. I'm being supported by potentially 2 16-inch gun battleships. And enemy team, tier 5 and 6 game. Fubuki, London, Devonshire, Dallas, Vilma. Oh, goody. New Mexico, Gneisenau, Lion, KG5. Well, we'll see what we can do, but obviously we don't have buckets of armour in the Exeter. And there's not many DDs around to do the spotting, which is a bit unfortunate, I guess you say.
Teammate, I need your support.
Jeff, red wine will do. Well, don't worry, there is a bottle of scotch in the cupboard, which I am looking forward to as well. Should the stream go on for such a duration, then there's a potential that we might end up just having a little tibble of scotch as well. My battleships are in full reverse, which is obviously a little bit concerning because I'm the only one who's pushed down here. Thankfully, I have got a bit of a concealment build on this, so unless it's the enemy DD, but the enemy DD is probably in the centre because Bravo's contested, so I might be able to say get down here and maybe get into the cap unspotted. That would be helpful. Naval History Hub, the lucky Brody is at hand. My third child's named Brody. Good choice. Stumpy, red wine, Miss Stumpy approves. Thank you. I think I'm just going to stop here on the edge, because at the moment I seem to be doing some spotting for my team, which is obviously rather intriguing considering my cruiser, but you can't have everything, can you? I hate there are too many ways to spell Brody. I must confess, I did have to do a bit of a Google search just to confirm the actual spelling or the correct spelling of the helmet. I'm going to have to disappear behind this island, but I'm going to hope I can get the cap, and if I can, I'll probably then focus on sulking away through these islands, because I don't want to hang around here as a 14-inch gun battleship and a 6-inch cruiser close in on my position. Oh, and another 6-inch cruiser. Right, I'm getting out of here. Because although this is a very nice amount of support, the problem is, as soon as I'm spotted, I'm going to be target numero uno for the enemy. So it is most certainly time to...
Don't panic! Don't panic! Right, don't panic, you're all right.
I think we're going to get away with this one. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to hold on to the cap because the enemy team is playing super aggressive, and the friendly team is still playing a little bit too far back for my own liking, really. Let's chance our arm and see what we can get. Oh, good evening, pilot guy. Good evening. Get some defender ribbons. Fortunately, got no aircraft or anything like that. Sean, since this is ships, shouldn't you be drinking port? I would, but the only bottle of port I have is, I think, a 15-year-old tawny, which I'm not exactly planning on popping open as yet.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
Remember, the Vermin may be strong, but it doesn't mean you're Mr. Bloody Invincible. And that doesn't mean she's not OP either. Text ability, firing smoke, 5 kilometers. Alright, Neptune Spear, she's managed to completely recover her HP. Go down to turret view, go back to rear turret, please.
I owe you one.
Battleship destroyed.
Problem solved, sir.
Sorry, chat. I do apologise. This game is really taking my complete focus. Right, gotta try and push into Charlie, see if I can take it back. Oh boy. Right, where did I get the chat? Oh my. Oh my. Hello, Joshua. And there's probably a few more people here as well. Oh, Criv. Who's excited for the Genova? I'm intrigued would be the best way to put it. I would most certainly like to see what she can offer. I'm not going to engage the Vilma until it's on my own terms. That's how I feel about it. Nah, no, she's spared you. Backing up. She's backing up. Hate you for a Vilma when she's like this. Reason being is obviously her bow armor can. Sorry?
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Smoke generator activated. Main turret critically damaged. Smoke screen set.
Yeah, I think the Genova, I'm intrigued. The reason being is I do have a bit of a soft spot for the Italian Navy. She's not the SAP cruiser that we might have been hoping for, unfortunately. She is going to be HE and AP. But still, I do look forward to maybe seeing what she's like, as best we put it. Never Hub Major got sound effects now. Yeah, I got a soundboard. Slowly improving the streams. The problem with the soundboard is I just need to remember when to actually use them. Right, time to engage the Wilma in a numbers advantage. And cheap.
Fire! Problem solved, sir.
Now she's using the border, so she's drifting along the border, so it gets a little bit awkward to try and predict her maneuver, movement. Sonar on because it will pick her up at 5.2. To be honest, at this range, it's always best to try and bow tank her if she doesn't get blacked with the battleship. Nice. That's the end of the game. Oh boy. Right, I'm going to try and catch up with the chat because it's gone a little bit nuts. Jeff, 20-second reload on the main battery of the Genova is a bit much. I'll look into it. This is the thing, the stats have only just been released and I've been a little bit preoccupied, I guess you can say. I'll be happy with that. I'll take that as a win. Yeah, just playing that cautiously, especially on the flank where I, at one point, was completely all on my own. So I'm very pleased to actually be able to walk away with that, which is, I guess I can't really complain. Right, I'm going to try and catch up with the chat now, chaps. 20 seconds will curb your enthusiasm. Yeah, that's understandable. It's going to be... She's going to have low DPMs and stuff, but she might have quite nice survivability. That's what the Italian cruisers generally seem to offer at times. Admiral Cribb, for Tier 4, is considered alrightish. She's one and only... she's got 8-inch guns. Oh, okay. So let's see. She's offering you 4 times... She's offering you 8-inch guns, which is more than the Fair Attacker, because the Fair Attacker only offers you 6. So that's quite interesting. If she's got the survivability to back up those guns, I'll be most intrigued, actually. Joshua, not even the slightest excited, I only bought Soundwave to round out my Transformers Commander collection. Jeff really gets no love. Well, we know Italian battleships are on the PC version of the game, so it is just a coming soon / as and when it comes to the console version of the game, I guess you could say. At least we get sonar for the Genova. On PC, she has only damage control and airplane, but comes with SAP. Yeah, that's the thing. Generally, what I can see from the Genova, from like a very brief view, she looks like she could be intriguing. Hello, Sax. Hello. Good to see you again. Andy Mack, maybe for the next British campaign. Well, we know British carriers are planned this year. Whether we might get a British ship with that campaign would be most intriguing. No history. The Italian tech tree is... I wouldn't say the Italian tech tree is that bad. They do have the Amalfi and the Zara, and which I do very much enjoy, and the smoke on the go ability, like Joshua says, is quite nice. But where the Italians suffer is definitely their DPM and turret traverse. As Stumpy says, if you are enjoying the stream, it would be awfully lovely if you chaps could consider giving the stream a thumbs up, and obviously it helps with promoting the stream, and subscribe if you feel like it. Admiral Criv, I unlocked the Amalfi, but I will only buy it when SAP will be available, so maybe I will never buy it. I don't know, the Amalfi I found to be a very good cruiser, as is. Potentially SAP, not having SAP could be a bit of a lifesaver, maybe. It all depends how you work out with the high explosives and the fires per minute. This is why with the Italians I do focus on a full reload build using Mimabelli and Madden. I've just realised something. It's awfully quiet because I haven't put the music on. There we go, chaps. I do apologise. All right, I'm nearly caught up. I'm nearly caught up. Joshua, the Weimar missed an opportunity to spray into your smoke. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, the Weimar's got a 5-second reload. Why was he not, like, spraying and praying into my smoke? He should have just kept up the fire. Imagine the rate of fire of the Weimar with Muller, Mimabelli, and Madden. Good, right. Well, this is the thing with the Weimar. Her rate of fire is so fast. Don't even touch it. Just focus on other things and make her into a really nice all-rounder. Much obliged, chaps, regarding the Exeter game. Hipper. Yes, let's see if we can do the Hipper. Oh, and good evening, Vas. I think I've nearly caught up with the chat. So let me just get the Hipper ready in the background. There she is. Let's see where we get to. Jeff, yes, 8-inch main battery. That is intriguing. Josh, Balfour should get taught, so but also move to rank 7 for it. I think that is what Belfast is. It Belfast 43 or Belfast 44 is on PC. It's almost just a Edinburgh with HE and AP and basically all the Edinburgh's consumables and armour. It is Belfast 44, same tier as well. Any British streamers currently streaming? Looking for a division, mate. Well, if you want Sax, Das, I should say. Yeah, I can drop you an invite if you want, if you're interested. Hello, John Land. Hello, good to see you. Jeff, good base concealment of 9 kilometers of Genova. That does seem interesting. Let's see. Tier 6 and 7 game. Bisavishka, Akatsuki, Udaloli, Surrey, Flint, Bagration, Suzuyu, Colorado, Iowa. See how this goes. Load up the AP. I'll see if I can catch up the chat. John Land, I love your office. Very Churchill-esque. Well, actually, the background is actually from the Cabinet War Rooms in London, which is an underground bunker complex, and it's now recently been renamed the Churchill Museum. So, ironically, very Churchill-esque indeed. Major needs a cigar. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Thumbs almost went down from not having the music. This is the problem, like sometimes if I'm just like going from game to game, I never quite realise that I haven't got the music on. So I'm glad to have sorted that out. And a good old moustache. I have put some thoughts into whether I should be growing a moustache, Stumpy. I might do it for Movember to raise some money if I can. Oh, good day, GG. Good day. Oh yes, he's playing the Hipper. Doesn't mean I'm any good in it. So the Kiev needs to go potentially go find the enemy DD. Oh boy, here we go. And good evening, Little Lion. Good evening.
Torpedoes off backboard.
The Surrey turned in. Can I get the broadside of the Iowa? I can. Let's see how this goes. Jets fan as well. Good lord. Hello, Major. It's been a while. I can catch you live. Hope all is well. All is well. Hope everything's well with yourself. Hope you had a good week. Any idea what is required for the new Halloween Premium Tier 4 Italian cruiser? I think somewhere in the region of like 6,000 portal coins. I can't remember off the top of my head, unfortunately. Boy, the Surrey's getting a bit close. Is the Iowa looking at me? No, the Iowa's not looking at me. We'll see if we can finish off the Suzuki with those. And Maybe we'll see if we can catch a bit of broadside on the iron of those. There we go.
Gegnerischer Kreuzer gesunken. Unser Team hat die Führung übernommen.
The chat is moving along faster than I can actually keep up with it. Baz, will you wear a costume for your Halloween week stream? If that's a request, I have no idea what I would wear, in all honesty. I mean, I could potentially wear what I've been teasing on Patreon, but I don't quite think that would be completely appropriate to what I'd like to do. I did think about maybe decorating like the office mode view for the purpose of it. Our destroyer's actually legged it. That's a bit of a shame because I was hoping. So we will have to put our sonar on.
Torpedoes off backboard.
Any of that? No, none of that make it through.
Stations requesting fire support.
Oh, time to use a heal. I always forget those. Oh, the battleship's going in. Okay, right, I might try and provide some form of support there.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Stumpy complaining that there's no British flag on the non-British ship. Only certain ships are adopted into the Royal Navy if requested enough. Hence why the Gneisenau is in Union Jack camouflage with the white ensign, or the gallant flag, I should say. I might just have to adjust the headset. There we go. Pardon me. Gee, Major should try a bit better with ammo management. Not going to take off my high horse. You'll get a lot better results if you manage HE and AP. I don't know, with the Hippo, I just find like I've just gone for like a pure AP build, and so I find just sticking to the one type of ammunition may not be completely to everyone's taste, but it makes my decision making a lot easier. Because even against like DDs, I think overpens from the Hippo are actually do more damage than say the HE does. So this is why, like, sometimes with the Hippo, it's just sitting AP, just because you get so much damage regardless.
Good show.
Like on that one, I got a Citadel on an angled Pytal bag ration. I mean, obviously, if you feel that you want to switch to HE, I'm not going to complain. I think the only advantage that HE would probably offer me would be like more damage over time if I so desired it, with fires if I could set them. Ooh.
Wir haben einen gegnerischen Kreuzer versenkt.
Let's see if we can engage the user lobby. Vaz, 5 stars in Halloween made upcoming jets. Admiral Criv to 6,250 portal shards for the Genova. 6,000 shards can be obtained from the Bellerophon if Transylvania event is not your playstyle. Yeah, although hopefully it should be different to the Transylvania playstyle. Can't really complain about that. And that was pure AP game. Don't use HE in the Hipper. I find you just get really good results with the AP. But you need to saturate it into the fort, so AP is a safer option. That's the thing. Like also AP is always guaranteed damage almost with the Major. Are you using Hipper on the Muller on the Hipper? Yeah. If you want, I'll just quickly pop up my commander build for you to have a look at while I'm catching up with the chat. Joshua, anyone else enjoying the Bellerophon? I most certainly am. First ship of the stream, doing 28.4 knots. I can't complain. Wells Legend said the Jolly Roger flag is coming. Do they think they charge gold for it? You could always dress as a pirate for Halloween stream. Pirate for the Halloween stream. That does sound tempting. Regarding the Jolly Roger flag, could it be available for gold? Yeah. It could be. This is the thing. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do it, but being it's more than likely, I bet they would lock it behind the balloons. Vaz, no, Josh, I hate it. You can't say that, Vaz. It's the Bellerophon. Jolly Roger flag should come for free if we have the USS Kidd. Otherwise, they will have to put it in the shop for 2k dubs. I certainly agree with that first part, Apple Criv. Good evening, Pixel. Good evening. Stumpy Cossack? Maybe the Cossack, but might see if there's another request. I did say I was going to pick up Vaz if you're kicking around, so I might just quickly do that if you're about. There you are. A request for the best ship in the game, Gneisenau. Oh god, HMS Gneisenau. Okay. I guess it wouldn't be a Back to the Port live stream without me having to play the Gneisenau. Those of you of a German disposition, look away now. This will not be pretty. I think I'll launch that, and then maybe after that I'll do the Cossack, and I'll launch now, and then if Vaz joins me in a bit, then we'll see what happens. I have 5 minutes left of my match. You can go ahead. Thank you. Much obliged, Vaz. Much obliged. 2 requests for the Gneisenau. We are doing the Gneisenau, gents. Dude. Good evening. How are you doing yourself? Oh, I'm using hide with my Gneisenau because I'm going full on. Jeff, I tend to run Luchans on the Kriegsmarine cruisers for some ability. I use Luchans for a full-blown speed build when it comes to my German cruisers. That's what I do like. Is there any way to be successful in the Algerie? We'll give her a go. I'll give it a go. I'm not guaranteeing I'll be successful in any way, but we'll see. Maybe I'll have a look over and see how it goes. Pixel gonna have to go with Stumpy Cossack. I need my knife fight destroyers. Fair enough. HMS Gneisenau. Okay, I didn't expect Kriegsmarine of becoming half Italian and change sides. Well, they no look at it. Look, HMS Gneisenau. She's been adopted. Stumpy. Oh. Be kind. Somebody's going doing a good job. Right, let's see. I haven't even looked at this. We have a Tier 5 and 6 game. We have a Japard, a Gorky, a De Grasse, a Mayuku, a Vilma, an Atlanta, a Normandy, a California, and a Nelson. We shall press forward once more onto the breach, dear friends.
Gegnerische Streitkräfte am Horizont gesichtet.
Tally ho! There they are.
Ooh, German dispersion. Being kind.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. Affirmative. Problem gelöst.
I'm just trying to stay away from the Vilma, that's what I'm trying to do. Problem is I will get focused here. Oh no.
Wir haben ein Leck unterhalb der Wasserlinie. Wir laufen schnell voll.
Oh.
Problem gelöst.
Oh boy. I got 55k out of this game. Not sure we're going to get much more out of it, but we'll have an attempt at fate. Ah, bounce. There we go. Remember, chaps, that's not how you play the Gneisenau. Most certainly. Oh boy. God, this is... Josh Land, I gave the KG5 French colours. Traitor! Traitor! Jeff, Algerie needs good rudder. That's my build, and didn't mind the grind, but she can't get shots. That's very true, that's very true. What we'll do is, obviously, I'm not expecting great results from that game. I literally just rammed it down the throat of the enemy in hopes that they choke on it. So we will have a look at the Algerie, which is French. So first of all, let's have a look. Armour scheme. So she's an 8-inch gun cruiser. So she's going to have slightly less DPMs, I guess you could say. So looking at that, it seems like she has not great armour. She does have an armoured bout, which is reasonable. The problem is it doesn't cover a lot of the ship, so you're still going to get penetrated quite a bit, unfortunately. Your upper armoured bout, you can't even resist 4-inch. It could resist 8-inch maybe. But yeah, it's not exactly... You're basically an anti-cruiser really, and you don't have a lot of DPM coming out of it, really. Let's have a look at the Citadel. Citadel's chunky. That's going to take a lot of beatings. So let's see. Of course, I've gone for a speed build. Let's have a look. I have gone for double steering there, but I'd say nowadays my temptation is usually to go for propulsion. Let's do that. We'll take a look at her rudder shift, 4.4 seconds. I think what I'll do, I'll trade out Fraser for Baltimore. Let's have a look what we got now. We got ourselves a 35 knot cruiser with a 3.9 second rudder shift. I could focus on the rudder shift, but I want to keep some speed as well. Oh, when did I get that? Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot that. Actually, I can't see it. So yeah, it's a free camo, so... Speed. Money. Okay, I'll see if I can catch up with the chat. Let's see, where did I get to? Where did I get to? It's okay, boys. My grouse base now the USS Sam Houston. They really, John, they really should make the flag camo more widely available. That would be nice. If I ever could, I'd love to try and persuade them to let me give away Union Jack camouflages during my streams. I doubt they'd ever let me do it. You can turn shards till Monday, correct? That is, I believe, to be correct. Overmatch really said, take your life prisoners on the first shot. Duke of York Major or the KG5, we still need a highlight of those two. That is true, that is true. Although, don't forget the Cossack. Don't let me forget the Cossack anyway. Oh, Thoughtful Gamer, good to see you, good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Baz, that's exactly how you play it. One day that I will get another salty comment, I'm sure. Anchors up, Major. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the Gneisenau game, even though it's not. Sometimes it is a bit crazy just to go charging in there like that. Tier 5 and 6 game. Mahan, Mass, Nuremberg, Pensacola, Mayuku, Algeria, Queen Elizabeth, KG5, North Carolina. So I'm probably going to live in absolute fear of all battleships. So I'm going to try and catch up with the chat. This island, division up. If you can make yourself looking for a division, then I will try and sort something out. Just because I've already started setting up a community division. I've got Vaz with me here. G-Shack. The best Gneisenau players are the ones who hump the border. Oh, yes. Right. We're going to have another sip of vino. We're nearly, I believe, halfway through the stream. Let's see if I can fire a shot here. Oh. Don't necessarily have a lot of room here. Being targeted. Fingers crossed I can go undetected. We will just chance around with the torpedoes. Okay. It's Nuremberg, 6-inch guns. It's only high explosive as well, so there's not really any chance that's going to cause a citadel. And plus he fired it well after I was dropped off detectability. Right, I'm now more happy to engage because I've now got a nice bit of open water off to my port side. Oh, AP from the... Oh, that was most certainly lucky. 16-inch guns again, just overmatch. What's this coming in? Probably 6-inch guns, I think. But I will still evade it, just for the hell of it. Queen Elizabeth, can I engage the Queen Elizabeth? North Carolina did not fire on me. She has a broad stance. I give it's like you have to practically be broadside on with the Algeria. Maybe dispersion might be kind. I think I'm going to reposition and see if I can engage. Oh, good night, DJ Shack. Good to have you again, as always. Nice for you to pop by. DJ Shack says, subscribe or you'll get just Gneisenau dispersion for the rest of your life. Oh. Algeria AP is good. Okay, we might have a little peek into that as well. Maybe we'll do a bit of H. Let's see what the AP is like with the next volley. Yeah, of course the DD shows up.
Concentrate fire on that target.
Let's try and keep track of. Let's see, 10,520. Oh god. Maybe AP on the deck line of battleships isn't necessarily the correct thing to do there. Well, the KG5 is in range.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
One day we might get a fire.
Notre équipe a pris l'avantage.
Oh boy, 15-inch AP, here he comes. There you go. Oh no, this could hurt.
All stations requesting fire support.
I think the Algerie potentially could be good against cruisers, but like she is very thinly plated and heavily suffers against battleships. And just remember, champs, the Weimar has a better armor scheme than this, and better DPMs, and that's balanced. Apparently. Stumpy, run away! Oh, it's just the constant kiting you have to do. You have to like engage, disengage, re-engage. It's a little bit back and forth, unfortunately. So now we can engage the KG5. The thing is, we don't want to ever get too close to the enemy because that does make it very easy for them to pick us out. So we really have to play within a little bit of a window, I guess you'd say, between our maximum range and our detectability. Well, but between our maximum range and about 10 kilometers. I mean, once you get closer than 10 kilometers in a cruiser, it usually gets very easy for a battleship to actually pick you out, and obviously your reaction time to the incoming shots is pretty low. Where's the fire chance in this? Because after 38 hits on target, we finally have a fire on a ship with barely any HP left.
Oh dear, how sad, never mind.
Just gonna guess her speed there. Joshua, well, it's French. Yeah, that's true, that's true. So weird, the Algerie is the only real ship in the French cruiser tech tree, and she's the worst amongst them. I'm sure the Emily Batin and the Dougie Truon as well are also real. What's the tier 5? I can't even remember what the tier 5 French cruiser is. Oh, finally a second fire. Ah, she's just damage gone. Ah, well. Emily Batin is real, yes, yes. Weimar just made the Meechan obsolete. The Weimar is just like... They're just... To provide that DPM on that chassis is just a really strong combination for anyone who understands how to actually play a cruiser. For anyone who doesn't understand how to play a cruiser, then you'll die very quickly, which is what happens in a cruiser. A really poor game. But I just think RNG was just being a bit mean to me there, only giving me 2 fires from 62 hits on target. What is the fire chance of this thing? Is it not a fire starter? It's got a 15% fire chance. I don't know, it just seemed really strange that she was being so cruel. I think on that, I maybe would be tempted to improve the fire chance a little bit, maybe. I just seemed a little bit ungenerous, I have to confess. Also, the Gneisenau game has just wrapped up, so let's take a quick peek at that and see how poorly did we do in the... Oh, no, we don't. Yeah, we do want the service record. No, here. Gneisenau was defeat, 57,000 damage, coming third on the team. Yeah, okay. I can't really complain about that. That is quite nice. Right, we are going to quickly get the Cossack ready in the background. Let's see. Yes, Dougie was real as well. Gneisenau was built, and Emily too. Okay, yeah, there's quite a few actually built. War Gaming said the Mutation, due to her speed, still offers a different gameplay experience. Yeah, but this is why I just stuck a speed build on the Vilma, like, because the Vilma with a speed build is doing like 37 plus knots. This is the thing, like the Vilma's just too well armored to have that DPM. It just is. Like, she can ricochet 14-inch guns. If she gets top tier in a tier 5 and 6 game, there's not a lot that can touch her. Not a lot of tech tree ships, at least you could say. And because she has such great DPMs, you don't have to focus on that. You can actually use your entire commander build to focus on maneuverability, which is probably the only partial shortcoming she has. But then that's a shortcoming of any cruiser at tier 6. So just to say, because basically she's balanced because she's a cruiser, just isn't right in my mind, because she has a really above average armor scheme and the best DPMs there. I mean, if you want, I'll have a crack in it. I mean, obviously anyone can mess it up. You stick that thing broadside on, you don't dodge the incoming 16 or 15-inch shells, you're dead. But that's the same with practically every tier 6 cruiser apart from the Cheshire. So to try and use that as a justification for those incredibly high DPMs is just not right, in my opinion. And like, it is a justification. If she had the same, say, armor scheme as the Fiji or the Atlanta, or something else that is incredibly squishy, even if she had the same armor scheme as the Mutation, then I'd go, do you know what? That's fair, because yes, you have those great DPMs, but if anything looks at you with an evil intent and you don't get out of the way, you're dead. Which is what the Mutation is. The Mutation is like, if anyone looks at you, you're dead. But for the Vilma to, if something with not quite the right skills looks at you, then you win. All you have to do is be a competent cruiser player. So here at the moment, we know there's an enemy DD here. What are we up against? Fubuki, Kiev, Jervis. So only the Jervis really has sonar. Me and Vaz are on our own over here, which is obviously a little concerning should the Vilma get involved. There is most certainly a second DD here. This is why I went for this island, because I know I can actually use it to disengage from the Vilma. One goes the sonar, but Vilma is closing in.
Attention, reporting the target position.
Just going to stop nosing here. But with the Vilma closing in, I'm going to have to get out of here. And this is the worst part, like, all our heavy hitting units have gone over to the other flank, which is a little bit unfortunate. So we might actually have to call it quits on this one.
All stations
Right, bit of left rudder, let's get out of here. We've done our job, but I do not want to be hanging around with a cruiser with a 5-second reload.
Engine boost activate. Torpedoes astern.
We're going. Get out of here.
Союзник, требуется твоя поддержка.
There's just no point dying over here. It's the best way to put it.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Fubuki's most certainly in there as well.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I think that's another thing you can probably expect. With the player base knowing that the Vilma's OP, expect the Vilma to always become like a priority target. She just damaged Condor Fire as well, so that fire's going to stick.
Critical engine damage. Problem solved, sir. Engine boost deactivated.
Right, gonna have a crack at seeing if I can get into Bravo. Joshua, I have a copy of James on hand. Very nice. That is something I would like myself, actually.
All forces, capture that area.
Our team has taken the lead.
At least we know the Vilma's used her sonar. Sure, the problem is French ships fire cheese, and that doesn't burn that great. Soft cheese. Oh boy. Let's put a couple of torpedoes out. Start the capping.
Tous les bâtiments. Demande d'appui feu.
Right, I'm going to stop here because that gives me an exit if I need it. Oh, Vilma's gone the other way. Okay, well that's good.
À tous les bâtiments. Demande d'appui feu.
Oh, Fubuki's over there, okay.
À tous les bâtiments. Concentrez le tir sur la cible. Torpedoes dead ahead.
Oh boy.
Torpedoes to starboard. All stations. Reporting the position of a main turret critically damaged. Critical engine damage. Problem solved, sir. Torpedoes to starboard.
Right, let's push the Fubuki. We got sonar in 20 seconds. Cossack is a lovely looking DD. Most certainly, the tribal class do look very nice. I'm going to use my engine boost because I'm going to want every little squidge I can to make sure that I don't get hit too hard.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Oh no.
Torpedoes direct front.
Come on, accelerate.
Requesting assistance.
Ooh. Alright, let's see what we can do. Major is a snazzy dresser. Well, we are briefly we are wearing the HMS Belfast T-shirt from the Imperial War Museum HMS Belfast.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
You know what? Because I just don't like the film, I'm just gonna open fire on her.
Concentrate fire on the target.
I think that's got to be a new rule, chaps. Like, if you can focus fire at Vilma, you have to.
Smoke screen set.
Battle ends in 5 minutes. Victory is in sight.
There you go. Nice.
Nice work.
You can take your premium ship and you can shove it.
That was a great battle.
Oh, Joshua. So the copy of Jane James that you had, the pages. So it was bound and bound yet uncut. So what you did was you had to actually cut the pages yourself. That's interesting. Admiral Criv, Cossack or Jervis, main difference. Cossack has a higher DPM because she's received a reload buff on her guns. She's obviously got the concealment benefit as well over the Jervis. She's also got improved anti-aircraft complement over the Jervis and improved HP over the Jervis. The only thing that she lacks against the Jervis, like I say, is number of torpedoes and her sonar range, and obviously the smokes. I think generally, if I had to pick between the two, my preference would probably still be the Jervis, just because she suits my playstyle more. But it doesn't mean I don't like the Cossack. The Cossack is still a very good ship, and I still do like her. She's basically the British response to the mass, I kind of feel, at the tier. Only 16,000 damage. Only beating Vaz by a tiny smidge. Yeah. Making a reasonable amount of money. Fair enough. I think just because we all know what's going on, let's go get focus fired in the, like, seriously, like, this armor scheme and that DPM is just a wrong marriage. It really is. I mean, let's think about tier 6 cruisers briefly. Let's do that. Let's look at tier 6 cruisers. Let's start off with the Atlanta. The Atlanta has a higher HE DPM than the Visor, and this is the armor scheme you're offered with. You are covered in 14 millimeters of plating. You are going to get punched by everything. That's your trade-off for having that great DPM. The Boise, it's a version of the Helena, so it has quite a good HE DPM. Her armor can only really resist 8-inch guns. Okay, fair enough. Same with the Helena, same with the Flint. Indianapolis and the New Orleans is very similar armor schemes for their 8-inch gun combinations, I should say. Looking at the Mayuku offers you superior HE pen. With a very good fire chance with some 8-inch HE, but not a great DPM, I guess you could say, because they're slow loading. Very similar armor scheme to, say, the Surrey. You know, your nose and stern can do 18-inch, your belt can do 14-inch, and your deck can do 15-inch. So we're in the same situation when it comes to the Surrey, the Fiji, an AP-focused light cruiser, 6-inch guns as well. Now, she has a bit of armoured belt, but that's incredibly, particularly located, I guess you could say. And really, I wouldn't rely on it. So generally, I'd say the majority of your armor belt is only really capable of ricocheting 8-inch guns. The Belfast is thin. The Cheshire is a very tanky, I guess you say. Her main armored belt can actually resist 15-inch guns, but you've got 9.2-inch guns, so you've got your very slow firing. So you don't have that DPM. Buchan is supposed to be fast. York is a heavy cruiser. Algerie is a heavy cruiser, and we've already seen her armor scheme this stream. The Shores is a light cruiser, and she has the armor scheme to match. It's not great. Like, you wouldn't really want to rely on that lower armored belt. Zara, a heavy cruiser, and probably one of the best armored heavy cruisers. From a tech tree point of view, like her main armoured belt, you can most certainly rely on a 14-inch AP bouncing off of that, but you do have a bit that is capable of ricocheting 16-inch AP, which is quite interesting, but you do have a very thin deck. You're almost like the other way round in comparison to, say, a Mayuku. The Charlemagne is a premium. I was being quite impressed with this armour scheme. I haven't actually played the ship, but that armour scheme is resistant to 14-inch AP all around, which looks very interesting, but you do have a very thin deck, so potentially plunging fire is going to hurt. So some genius thought we'd take a York's armor scheme and stick the highest HE and AP and fires per minute on it. So is she squishy? Yes, but so's every single cruiser I've just shown you. So is that an acceptable excuse for making her such high DPM? No, I don't think it is. Anyway, rant over. Rant over. Admiral Kriv. Regarding the torpedoes, the Cossack has the torpedo launch, a quadruple torpedo launcher, which is the same as the Lightning in regards to the actual torpedo damage and range and stuff like that, but it does have an improved reload. Versus, say, the Jervis's 10 torpedoes in 2 quintuple launchers. Oh, Jeff is off. Much obliged, Jeff. Thank you for coming along. Sean, I wonder at the battle that have happened in World of Warships Legends, I wonder how much fuel that would have been used to run these ships. Certainly a lot of fuel. I would be interested if they... I think that'd be... This is the thing, like, this is why it would be amusing for them to do those kind of like stats, like after, like, say, post like, say, ranked and something. They could tell us like how many shells fired, how much fuel used on like an assumption based on the distance that players have traversed and stuff, how many aircraft shot down and stuff. Enemy battleship is a 16-inch gun battleship, so pretty much every single tier 6 cruiser is going to be very cautious of that, because no tier 6 cruiser has armor sufficient to resist 16-inch guns. Pixel, some veteran reef divers say that they can hear some sailors yelling at their battleship to go away from the border if they stay long enough. Ooh. Faz. Well said, Major. That's your stream highlight right there. Just me ranting. But to be honest, with my videos, you do have the ability to clip it. So if you ever want to refer to like my view on the film, just find that part of this live stream and clip it, and you can share like a link to that clip, or at least you can even share a link to that part of the stream. That's the other one. The reload's so quick that changing between HE and AP. This is why I went for a speed build. Because that was like the one part of this ship that I saw was lacking. And look at the accuracy of these guns. Look at how tight these clusters are. These 12 shells literally pinpoint on an enemy ship. Plus you have to remember she has 15.2 kilometer range on this. Not that she needs 15.2 kilometers range, but she has the armor. See, I might have to lead a little bit more.
Gegnerischer Kreuzer gesunken.
I just feel that superior HE pattern is, it just means it's going to punch through more things like turrets and cause incapacitations.
Gegnerischer Kreuzer versenkt.
And we should be clear. There you go. Dude, look, dude. Talking to Cheshire. Is there any chance you could play it? I can't seem to get a decent game in here. I do like the ship, though. Yeah, I see what I can do. I see what I can do. I think Vaz is going to make a dash for the cap, so I might see if I can keep the shores away. Yeah, I'll see if we can do the Cheshire. Be kind, because I haven't played the Cheshire for a while. But like you say, I do like the ship as well. Oh, pardon me. Aaron Quiv. Regarding the fuel, just count the sailors after the game release. Basically, within a couple of months, we run out of people who can run the ship. Oh, I don't think Wargame ever want to do something like Lives Lost or something like that. That's one of the reasons why they don't obviously have even just like crew or anything like represented in game, because it could be a potentially touchy subject, I should say. Sean, yeah, that's barbaric, burning sailors. I shouldn't laugh. Tempted to leave our carrier to his fate.
Concentrate fire on that target.
I got my Cheshire up to 39 knots and do quite well in it. Yes, I think I did have my Cheshire up to something similar. Although I changed my focus as of a bit more recently, where I did a bit more of a balanced rudder build, I guess you could say. Oh, actually AP.
Gegnerischer Kreuzer versenkt.
Remember, chaps, perfectly balanced.
Feueralarm!
You know what? The spiffing Brit would love this ship because it's so perfectly balanced. Hello, Mike, it's Kevin. Hello, good to see you. Come on, get the cap, please. Yes. Right. Okay, I didn't need that enough, quite sure. $3,000 damage from 7.
Gefecht endet in 5 Minuten.
There we go.
Gegnerischer Kreuzer zerstört. Torpedowerfer zerstört.
I think Vaz should be able to wrap up the game, so no chance at a Kraken, unfortunately. Zulayan, to be looking for a division when you're ready. Okay, I'll give it a crack. I'll give it a crack and see if I can drop you an invite then. Either remind me what your gaming tag is, or I'll see if I remember it when I'm looking. Our crew of War Thunder's naval battles are counted on sailors as well. You can be considered sunk if you have no sailors left on deck after a fire to operate the ship. Ooh, okay, interesting. Cracking on the way. I don't think so. Even at 37 knots, I'm not going to be able to traverse the map in time. Mike is going. I'm great, but today's games are a little bit sickening, are they? Oh. Well, wishing you the best of luck for some good hunting at the weekend, then at least. I shall save you the CV major if you can make it over here. I don't think I'll be able to. We're doing the 37 knots. I don't think I will. I suspect, yeah. There you go. Thank you, Bas, for at least trying. What have we got? Cheshire. Let's see if we can do Cheshire. Smiling us. Hello, hello. Hey, Major. Just won my third 5-star Halloween event. First 10-4 in a division. Last 2 today with randoms. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, Vilma. Perfectly balanced, apparently. I don't agree at all. Right. I'll quickly jump to the in the office mode while I remember to, and I'll see if I can drop a Little Island an invite. Don't recognise that name. I'll have another look in a second. And I'll take a look at my Cheshire Commander build as well, actually. I recognise that one. So let's have a look at the at my Commander build. So now it's an AA build, which I would partially say isn't always worthwhile. So I think, although an AA build would be interesting for a carrier game, being I can't guarantee a carrier game, I'm going to use my Bruce Fraser build. Now, let's have a look at my Bruce Fraser build. Yeah, that's a lot more along the lines what I want to be seeing. Okay, and obviously with the modules, I don't want to be taking AA guns, and so what I usually do is go for the aiming systems. There we go. So we use that as our commander build. So with this commander build and the booster flags, we are looking at a maneuverability of 39.3 knots and a rotor shift of 3.3 seconds, which is very, very tasty. After the Cheshire, Duke of York KG5, maybe KG5, maybe KG5. Although we might be getting very close to the end of the stream, I guess you could say. Major, you need the famous line from Starship Troopers on the soundtrack. Oh, yeah, but like Stumpy says, which one? Oh, because one of my favourites is the joining the mobile infantry, son. Good on you. The mobile infantry made me the man I am today. And then he turns around in his chair and he's got no legs and he's only got one metal arm. Oh, somebody made a mistake. Somebody made a goddamn mistake. That I would love it on the soundboard. I would agree. My aim is to rotate the soundboard as obviously time changes up, and you never know, I might even add some additional like quick keys. Let's see, this is a 4DD game. We have a Bovey, a Yukazi, a Z35, a Jervis, a Nuremberg, a Pensacola, a Tallinn, and here's more and a Gneisenau. I think just because we might need some luck this game, so we're gonna go for the Brody. See how this goes. Well, there we are. I think the Cheshire does have an open bridge, so wearing a Brody that is appropriate. Just turning away. What's the battleships? Gneisenau and Izamal. Okay.
Roger.
Both battleships are spotted. That actually makes me feel a little bit more confident about closing in. Enemy Yukazi spotted at Bravo. And the objective is contested. Okay, Bovey. Now 1,200 damage. And as I get closer to Vaz, I will be putting my sonar on to obviously provide some form of protection against incoming torpedoes. That's a good Gneisenau. That's fine because we can actually angle against the good Gneisenau too.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Ooh. Ooh, Akaski. What? Where was the Akaski? Oh boy. Well, my friendly DDs have done more than enough work in take out 2 enemy DDs, one of which we didn't even know was here. I think Vaz and those lines most certainly deserve a
Good show. Jolly good show.
Now we're going to start kiting away from the Gneisenau. Although closing in would be tempting if it was any other battleship. Closing in against a Gneisenau which has torpedoes is always a bit frisky, I should say. I think we can actually close in. She's turned away. Jervis, okay. This might be difficult to bounce, but let's see. Oh, thank God for German dispersion there. That one landed on the armour belt. There we go, there's 2 fires. Oh, okay, little line just dropping a smoke screen up ahead. I will see if I can take advantage of that. So his textability firing smoke is 7.2. Won't be able to use it for much, but we'll have a crack at it. What we'll do is we'll use it as a cover to turn away, and then we can start kiting away from the Gneisenau once we're in. Oh.
The enemy battleship destroyed.
Right, time to head over to Bravo. Well, potentially maybe this Brody is lucky. Oh. Spartacus been playing for about a year. Hated the last two updates where Wargaming introduced two tech tree lines. If so, British CVs won't come until December, and 2 legendaries will come in November. With I'll let you finish that. Royal Navy CVs in December per Wargaming, as I understand it. Okay, that's interesting information, chaps. Remember that there's 3 more updates this three more updates this rest of this year. So there will be a pint-sized campaign coming up. Also, I can't lean my head too far forward, or else the Brody falls off, and I'm not going to put the chin strap on. But we most certainly do need the luck. So, for those you are interested, the best way to play the Cheshire is apparently while wearing a Brody. Oh. If I ever end up doing a merchandise store, I am going to have a BackToThePort Brody in there. does make me quite tempted to actually get like a transfer or something put on the helmet or something. I'm very tempted. Actually, the Galloping Major logo actually would be quite an interesting choice.
Our team has taken the lead.
I think we're going to follow Vaz in. I turned left there to go behind the iron just in case, because there was no guarantee there North Carolina was going to pass on. Okay. What's the enemy DD left? Yukazi. Those are some hard-hitting torpedoes, isn't it, Yukazi? Pardon me. And the Talon could be quite dangerous, I feel. I think I'm going to slow down a little bit. Okay, there's the Talon there. Okay. That's the problem with me always having speed builds. It does make it a bit difficult sometimes for other people to either keep up or overtake me. Just gonna angle. No, it looks like HE, so I dodge. Pensacola, okay. So the Talon's an interesting one. I haven't taken a deep dive or anything, taken a look into her, but she should be a Hipper class hull, but with like Russian stuff dumped on top. So I'm going to be intrigued in that. Where did you get the Galloping Major from, Major? So the Galloping Major logo that I've kind of hashed together is, wow, potentially, well, a little bit. I'm not quite sure about copyright and stuff on it. The reason being is the main logo is the artwork, which was on the, I think, the 1909 or 1910 music sheet, and then the name along the bottom is the title of the title artwork for the film of the same name, which was made in the 50s. Let's load up AP. We might be able to just flick it here. Oh, good work. Okay, switching to the Pensacola. I think the Pensacola's okay. It most certainly is. Pensacola's called it a day. Nice work, Bass. Nice work. Well, the Brody's certainly potentially lucky. Just for the team. We'll have a look and see how we did that. Okay, third. Not going to complain too much about that. Our team pretty much did kind of walk over the enemy. So I guess I can't really complain about that. KG5 or the Duke of York. That's an interesting. I'm probably going to do the KG5. In all honesty, I do prefer the KG5. Spartacus, in 5-week update, rotation Wargaming has 2 more updates, but will Black Friday and Xmas events. This is the thing, like, yeah, if you go on the 5 weeks, there should only be 2 more updates this year. So it has been confirmed they'll be free. which does seem a little bit odd. So there's going to be certainly probably a 5-week, then maybe a 3-week, and then another 5-week campaign is my bet. But this is the thing, like every now and then we do get these like mini campaigns. Usually they happen early November, so potentially the next campaign might be like a mini campaign, and then we'll have the Black Friday campaign, and then or update, and then we'll have like the December campaign / update. Sean Whitling, I would love to see a nation battle mode in this game. I think they're working on it on PC. If there ever became a rotation on World of Warships Legends, I would completely agree. I'd like to see it. I think the way it works is obviously it's Axis versus Allies, and only ships that actually existed are allowed to be used. Admiral Kriv, don't forget Talon is a hip over there with the P-Bag Ration guns, high velocity, improved pen angles. That's the thing, I haven't actually engaged that many in the wild. Vaz, 9 Citadels and the Pepsi Cola. Need just one more for the mission. Oh, okay. Close but no cigar. Admiral Kriv, I think there will be 2 short updates and 1 regular 5-week one in this year. That's potential. That's potential. Maybe the November one will be broken down to 2 little ones then maybe.
Action stations.
Maximum effort highlight. Well, we'll go for maximum effort if we can. Leon, North Carolina, Lexington, Nagato, Wichita, Helena, Vilma, Southern Dragon, Akatsuki. This is a horrible collection of enemy ships. Vaz's. Oh, sorry. I'm just going to go over to my usual corner.
Enemy force detected.
Hopefully we should be in the clear. I didn't catch what the battleship was, but there's another. Okay, their battleship seems to be a bit spread. I think the thing that I'm most concerned about is probably cruiser HE spamming this game. I'm Kriv, I did the Citadel and Kraken mission in the Charlemagne. The match was the highest damage and base XP record breaker on World Warships builds for the ship. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Right, opening fire. Joshua waiting on the HMS Prince of Wales. Nothing that, as far as I know, there's nothing in the works. It doesn't mean that I don't agree with you and would like to see something myself, even if maybe if it was a permanent camouflage or something like that.
All stations. Position of strategic target.
Ooh.
Good show. Jolly good show.
Enemy battleship sighted.
I'm sure that Helena is thinking.
Tis but a scratch.
Sure, hey Vaz, I'm the same, had 3 games and 9 Citadels, so frustrating. Spartacus, what British TVs are we looking forward to? All of them. With my honest answer. Furious, Ark Royal, and Hermes, definitely most certainly intriguing the most. Is that the Helena? Oh, there's the Helena. Oh.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
People can finish the Helena. That takes a lot of DPM off the enemy team. Neptune Spear, she's got one.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Oh, She's back. Oh, she's gone. Nice, nice, nice. She's gone.
Nice work.
Now, I did set a double fire to the Nagato, and she's gone and pull it out. So, oh, North Carolina's firing on me as well, so I'm going to try and tuck this in. Might use one of those repair parties. Ark Royal, yeah. Joshua, I'm thinking of purchasing the West Virginia for the memes. She's certainly intriguing because obviously she offers you 16-inch guns at tier 5, which is pretty strong. Now I don't mind being reset because it means I can just focus on. Because this is the thing, if we're contesting this, it's not a lot of points I can gain with it. See if we can finish the Lexington though. Oh, nice work, nice work.
Nice work.
For me, the one I would like to focus at the moment is going to be the Weimar. I'm going to launch the fighter just to see if I can try and remove some of those aircraft from the game.
Problem solved, sir. All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Switching to HE, because at least that might be able to knock her engines out. Alright, can't complain.
Enemy cruiser destroyed. Team has taken the lead.
Right, time to just drop off this expedibility and actually get this cap secured. And then we can use some of those repair parties and really heal up. Actually, to be honest, we might even see if we can just keep tickling the Nagatos. We reverse back. Spartacus, I want the iceberg carrier. I can't remember its name now. What? Oh god, imagine that. Is that even in the PC game yet? And to be honest, we are looking forward to the actual CVs or just the planes, what we use to destroy the enemy ships. Basically, CV is a floating brick without planes. I'm intrigued with trying out the concept of the British carriers of the. It's an aircraft carrier, but at the same time like an anti-aircraft cruiser with the armored deck. I am going to be intrigued to see how that goes. Yeah, the thing is, I guess I'd say I'm looking forward to the carriers because obviously I do like them, but obviously when it comes to the actual gameplay, like you said, it is going to be all down to the planes.
Victory is in sight.
And yeah, Andy Mack, Ark Royal, and Rodney were built in your hometown. Very nice, very nice. Typical. Oh well, we seem to be doing alright. Spartans be right back. One of our cats is running around like a horse on track. Dude. It's a troll. What's WV? What's WV? Oh, I'm gonna. Please, no. I'm not happy, but okay. What's dude, what is WV? WV is a troll ship I have played. It it can dev strike most things at its tier at 17k, but also can miss every shell at 3k. Spartacus, I hope the Brit CVs get rocket attack planes. I'd be intrigued because obviously they did actually manage to fit rockets to Swordfish for like anti-submarine work. Swordfish planes were left over from World War One. Yes, I only know that because they were obsolete before World War Two. Well, the concept behind the sword. This is the thing with the Royal Navy. The concept behind the Swordfish aircraft was not really to be like a daylight carrier aircraft. The British carrier strategy, I believe, was to focus on night attacks, things like Taranto, I guess you could say, where the Swordfish was actually perfectly good. But obviously, the Swordfish was no good for daylight operations, unfortunately, and obviously that was proven in multiple cases. The Swordfish aircraft in game. I think, yes, I think, should Swordfish be in the game? Yes, but I really don't think they should be on anything above tier 3. I think like tier 5 up, we should be really looking at other aircraft and the British carriers like the Barracuda, most certainly, I feel. Good show, Lion. Thank you. Do West Virginia. I actually don't have the West Virginia, unfortunately. Right, chaps. It's about the end of the stream that I said I would end. However, let's have a look. Do we have a lot of people kicking around? Because I think it's been quite busy. It is quite busy. We could actually continue, maybe. The Battle of Trento with Swordfish were devastating on the Italian fleet, yeah. Bellerophon needs torps. It has the rudder for them. Well, the Bellerophon was actually fitted with torpedoes. She had one either side and one in the stern. But they're all underwater torpedoes, therefore they didn't have a lot of traverse. But they were 18-inch torpedoes. Although it's tempting to maybe do like a couple more games, I probably should call it an evening there, chaps. I'd like to say thank you to Little Island and Vaz Vegas for obviously coming along to to join in with the community division, I guess you could say. And as some of you may know, Vaz has his own YouTube channel, so you can always go check that out. And Salty Sax does as well. I think I've seen him about in the chat, so you can always go check out his channel. And I will call it there. So I'd like to say thank you to everyone for coming along, much obliged. And I'm going to have a crack and say thank you to everyone who has commented in the chat. I will try and read as many names as possible out, but I do apologise if I miss any. So I'd like to say thank you to Admiral Criv, to Stumpy West, to Svelda, to Jeff, to Naval History Hub, to Pilot Guy, to Stumpy West, to Joshua Mitchum, to Salty Sax, to Andy Mack. Who else did we have? I'd like to say thank you to Vaz Vegas, to John Lant, to GJ Shag, to Little Island, to Jets Fan, to Sean Whitling, to Dude Look Dude, to Pixel Mug, good to see you. And I'm just getting about halfway through what available chat messages I'm allowed to see, thanks to YouTube. But it's been very busy. Also, I'd like to say thank you, everyone. And if you can, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Obviously, helps with promoting the channel and things like that. Thank you to Mike X Gaming. Thank you to Spartacus. think that's everyone. So much obliged, everyone. We have a little bit of vino left over, so chin chin, cheers. We'll be cracking out the scotch in the after stream. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you. As Vaz says, yeah, if you can, like and subscribe. It's all the good stuff if you can. And just so everyone gets it, you can have a thank you. I usually save that for when people donate, but you can have one now. But yeah, thank you everyone, and look after yourselves. Have a good weekend. Have a good night, good morning, good evening, and a good night. Well, thank you to Chazdad, getting in there at the end. Much obliged. So yeah, look after yourselves. Hope you have a good one, and keep shipping, I guess you say. So until next time, I'm the Gareth Major, and back to the port.